Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, in today's video, of course, I want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys a little update on what is exactly happening with Bitcoin today, show you guys a fair few charts indicating that Bitcoin will, in fact, maybe potentially go back down lower, okay, where it is right now, which is $27,000. Now, yes, Bitcoin is currently at $27,000. A couple of days ago, we saw it at 26K. Literally just yesterday, we actually saw it pump above $27,000. So that's great to see for Bitcoin. Now, like I said, I want to show you guys a fair few charts indicating that Bitcoin could potentially go lower to, back down to $26,000, maybe even potentially 25 to even 24K. Okay, having these small dips, having these small corrections before it actually does rally up. Continue this rally up that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin for the past few months. Pretty much, the beginning of this year in 2023. Okay, we saw this rally happen for Bitcoin. Okay, so this rally will potentially continue in the next few weeks and of course in the next few months. So that's exactly what I want to talk about in today's video. So yes, like I said, a couple of days ago, we actually saw Bitcoin below $27,000, okay, around 26.6, and now Bitcoin is back above $27,000. So that is absolutely amazing to see. Literally just yesterday, we saw Bitcoin pump above $27,000. Okay, 27.5 it hit, and then now you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is in fact slowly going back down, okay, for the past few hours, but it's still at 27K. So that's great to see for Bitcoin, okay? It's currently at $27,100. So it's still holding up really, really well. But overall, okay, not much movements have in fact been happening for Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see that, right? For the, past few days, you guys can clearly see this. Bitcoin has been hovering between $26,000 and $27,000. So, we can all agree that Bitcoin, okay, is still steadily holding up really well, in my opinion, even though, yes, for the past few days, not much movements have in fact been happening. But this is completely normal. Okay, Bitcoin is not always going to shoot up like crazy. Okay, it's gonna have its days where it just moves on its side, where it just consolidates. Okay, so that's that. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, I think Bitcoin is still holding up really well. So a couple of days ago, it was actually Bitcoin peaks a day. Okay, and that's obviously, when is that actually? May 22nd. So that was literally pretty much 2 days ago, right? Bitcoin peaks a day is obviously a really important day, okay, because that was actually a day where someone bought two large pieces. I believe this is the story, right? Two pieces for 10,000 Bitcoins back in 2010, I believe, right? And that was actually the first ever transaction someone, bought something with Bitcoin. So I think that was, a very important day. Okay, it really was. So I hope everyone enjoyed their pizzas on that day. I didn't have any pizza though, but Michael Saylor did. He actually tweeted him having pizza and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was a pretty important day. But yeah, on that day, okay, Bitcoin just shot up by like $1,000. Okay, it went back up to 27K. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. Other altcoins in the market is looking pretty good as well. Okay, a lot of altcoins a couple of days ago did actually pump. Okay, have a decent pump up. But today, not much movements. You guys can clearly see that for the past 24 hours. Not much movements for the past 24 hours for Bitcoin as well. Okay, at all. But yesterday we saw it pump. So that was great to see. You guys can clearly see that the global crypto market cap right now is kind of at 1.14 trillion. So that's great. It's gone up slightly. Overall, the market is up 30% today. So that's also great to see as well, right? But yeah, today, not much movements. Still, everything's holding up really well. So yes, like I said, I want to show you guys a fair few charts for Bitcoin. Okay, so you guys can clearly see, okay, in history, Bitcoin has always given a sign of the chart before a major rally, wedge, and flags. So you guys can clearly see, okay, all of 2022, okay, all of 2022, we saw Bitcoin have this downtrend, right? It's just gone down all of 2022, and that's because, right, we were in fact in a bear market. Okay, you guys can clearly see that, and it is in fact falling a wedge right now. Okay, you guys can clearly see that's sort of like a falling wedge. It hit bottom, and now it's having a breakout. And that's why I've been telling guys as many times that Bitcoin is very impossible for Bitcoin to, go back down below, a price target of like $20,000, and of course lower than $20,000, because we have already hit bottom, which was 16K back in November and December, right? So Bitcoin is obviously breaking out and forming a new pattern up to the uptrend, and that's why I believe it's very impossible for Bitcoin to hit a price target below $20,000. I've been talking about that many times, right? And also, I want to show you guys this chart. Okay, a lot of people is indicating that Bitcoin will go back down below $25,000. Okay, and I agree. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's very possible for Bitcoin to go back down below $25,000, to touch 25K and to slightly go back down below 25K, right? So I do see Bitcoin touching 24K, maybe even 23K, but I don't see it touching $20,000 or lower. Okay, that's just, very unlikely for Bitcoin to go back down below those low price targets, right? It really is, especially during this time, right? The Bitcoin halving event is literally right around the corner. It's going to happen soon, and every single time that event happens, Bitcoin tends to pump the most. We all know that, especially altcoins, right? Altcoins pump like crazy. So yes, a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me on this one if you're watching this video right now, that you guys can agree that Bitcoin will have a correction going back down below $25,000. And you guys clearly see that Bitcoin is in fact forming this bear flag, right? And every single time we have a bear flag, 90% of the time it goes down. So you guys can clearly see that it is potentially going to go back down. Okay, so we will see. Okay, even Crypto Rover agrees that Bitcoin will touch $25,000, and once it touches $25,000, it will bounce back up. I've said that many times. It will rally back up to $30,000, and once it touches $30,000, I think that's where the rally will continue. Okay, we will in fact see a rally continue for Bitcoin. Okay, like what it's been doing for this entire year in 2023, right? Our current year, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pump. Okay, and this rally will continue. It's just gonna have little small corrections every now and then. Okay, it's just gonna drop back down to about $25,000 to even 24, and then it's gonna have a pump back up. So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video right now. Okay, now I want to show you guys this chart. There's actually a fair few charts today that I want to show you guys, but it's really important. So you guys can clearly see short term. Okay, like I said, we have already hit bottom of $15,000. Yes, at one point. Okay, at one point, Bitcoin actually went below $16,000 back in November. Okay, it was around 15.6, around 15, yeah, 15.6 to around 15.8. That's when I saw Bitcoin, below 16K, and that's when I actually took action and I bought more Bitcoin and I accumulated more. Okay, and I'm glad I did, because that was like Bitcoin's bottom price level, right? So you guys clearly see once we hit bottom out of nowhere, literally in January, the beginning of the year in 2023, we saw Bitcoin pump, right? And this is the rally I'm talking about, obviously, right? You guys already know what rally I'm talking about. This rally that we have been seeing will continue, okay? But this chart is indicating that it will shoot back down, okay? Back down to this neckline, okay? But we will see, okay? But I think once Bitcoin surpasses 30K, okay, once it reaches $30,000, I don't see Bitcoin, going back down to like 25K or anything like that, right? So you guys can clearly see these are my next price targets. So $30,000 is very possible. Okay, I do see that happening for Bitcoin right here. Okay, $30,000, and then once it reaches $30,000, I think it's gonna go to 35, 40, and then it's gonna potentially reach $50,000. I've been telling you guys many times that my personal price prediction for Bitcoin alone this year in 2023 is $50,000 and over. I think that's a very realistic price for Bitcoin to hit towards the end of this year in 2023, which is $50,000 or over. Okay, I think that's very, very possible. So we will see, but that's that. Okay. Here's another chart that I want to show you guys. So we know the halving event actually is going to happen less than 1 year from now. And I actually showed you guys a similar chart. I think it's the same chart. I'm not quite sure if I actually showed you guys this chart in my previous video, but I'm pretty sure I did. But I'm gonna show you guys it anyways because I feel like this chart is really, really important and actually shows you guys that Bitcoin will reach a new all-time high, next year. It's not going to happen this year. It's going to happen next year in 2024. The reason why I say that is because of the halving event. Okay. So every 4 years we have the Bitcoin halving event, and every time, okay, we have the halving event, that's where we tend to see Bitcoin pump the most. And of course, reaching a new all-time high. You guys can clearly see our previous halving events in our previous years with Bitcoin. Bitcoin always tends to reach a new all-time high. Every single time we have a halving event, Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high. You guys can see that, right? In our previous halving event, back in 2017, and of course back in 2013. So we will see. Okay, we will see, but it's looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. Okay, 2024, 2025, and of course, potentially 2026 is going to be potentially a great year, especially 2024 and 2025. Okay, that's going to be a great year for Bitcoin and crypto because that's when we will, in fact, be in a bull market. And of course, the year 2028, okay, 2028, that's going to be our next halving event, right? It always happens every 4 years. So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there, okay? But yeah, on that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bitcoin is still holding up really well, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me, okay? But yeah, we could potentially see Bitcoin have a correction downwards, okay, to $25,000. But we will see. I will obviously keep you guys updated. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I really would appreciate that, and I catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.